I gotta open. Hello guys, welcome to 2022 Outfit Wars. My name is Zulfur and I'm joined by Anna today. We're here to bring you VKTZ v BWAE. How are you, Anna? Welcome to Outfit Wars 2022.
I am fantastic. We're coming off with probably the best matchup of the week here. BWAE versus VKTZ, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to see everyone. I'm excited to cast this match.
Me too. I'm ecstatic to be here. I'm very happy to be part of the casting team and competing this year. We are going to see a brilliant matchup today. Two arguably quite balanced teams at this point. Before we get into that though, let's just quickly look at the rules of this Outfit Wars season in case you're not familiar. So you might remember last season we were on Desolation, which is a 1v1v1 format. The game has now been switched to a 1v1 format on the Nexus Battle Island map, which is an old map from 2013. Had some minor modifications for this season. Essentially what's going to happen here is regardless of what faction you're on, you're going to be assigned a red team or a blue team. VSTR, NC, you'll be a red team or a blue team. No Bastions or a Colossus, but you are allowed to use all other war assets like Orbital Strikes, Steel Rains, Anvils are all in play. They're going to start on balanced sides of the map, balanced warp gates, so the map is actually, it's not quite symmetrical, but it is balanced on the starting sides. They'll race to cap the 3 neutral base points in the middle, so marked in white on the map there. And then essentially, it's 48v48, no construction. The teams do get a 20-minute prep phase into a 45-minute game, and essentially to win the game, they must warp gate the faction or capture the most territory at the end of 45 minutes. So I am very excited. So just look at a little map graphic there. You can see Nexus. I'll show you what the lattices look like in game momentarily. But about 7 minutes, 8 minutes till the game starts. I'm going to hand you over to my good friend Anna, and they're going to explain to you a little bit about both of the teams.
Yeah. So one note I want to make that you're going to notice in the cast is 2 things. Number 1, neither outfit is going to have outfit tags. I think that's the same on your screen as well, Zulfur.
Yeah, so I don't think they do, yeah.
Yeah, and also they are both going to have red names. There's nothing we can do about that. That's not a caster thing. That is a game thing. And they're also both VS. So apologies, it's going to get a little confusing at times, seeing who knows what. I'm going to do my best to call out names I know and try to help Zulfur out a little bit because I know he's not as familiar with Emerald. It's going to be a little touch and go. Just give us, your best understanding.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first week of Outfit Wars 2022. The test was very scuffed. Sorry, Rel, sorry, PSB team, but it was quite scuffed. But it seems like they fixed most of these issues.
Just ironing out the little wrinkles at the end.
That's right. Yeah.
But with that disclaimer, I'll get into it. BWAE versus VKTZ, most of you here know those names. They're household names. You have them up on your fridge. You drink the VKTZ branded milk and wear the leggings and whatever. Anyways, it's 2 probably of the best outfits I would say right now on Vanu Emerald. VKTZ have added a lot of talent. I know there's some B54A names. There's some of the elite guys. There's some 1KPM. I know Saiyan and Lydia are playing for them, and those are just some very, very good players. It's going to be really interesting, and I think the thing that we're going to be looking for here is seeing how those new recruits fit in with the overall VKTZ cohesion and strategy. We're going to see how well the leaders of VKTZ can use all that firepower that they've added recently to compete with BWAE. And speaking of BWAE, BWAE is still BWAE. They are the strong team that they have always been, whether it be Lane Smash or Outfit Wars. They are led, I'm almost 100% sure, by Dubness. And Dubness is a bit of a monster when it comes to stuff like this. He is no joke. He knows these kinds of formats. He understands how to teach it to people and how to get his players to work together. And a lot of these BWAE players are veterans of years of Outfit Wars and Lane Smash. So it's going to be a really tough battle for both teams. It's kind of up in the air. You cannot really call like, okay, this team is going to win, this team is going to win. It's going to come down to who can execute the best, who's got the best opener, who's got the best like overall strategy, and I think most importantly, who's got the best like on the ball leadership at the squad level. Who can react the best? Who can see, okay, we're going to do this and go here. We're going to play this base like this, et cetera, just stuff like that. This is basically big lane smash, although I know some people are going to take issue with me calling it that. Probably Zulfur as well, because I know Zulfur is playing this and is planning for this. But yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. Now that we've kind of got the stage of BWAE, you know, the organized veterans, and VKT's the kind of like scrappy up and coming newcomers with some really like hot talent on their team. Tell me a little bit about like how you would approach this, not to spoil too much for your matches, but how would you, like, if you're BWAE, let's say, like if you're BWAE or VKT's, like how are you looking to approach this right now with an opener?
Well, there's a few things you have to consider. Just looking at the map on the screen here, you'll notice the lattice connection in the south of the map has good connections to both the warp gates and the center base. So if you take a close look at that and really think about it, if you put your forces on that south base and you take that south base, you have the ability to backcap and deny the center base from the opponents, provided that you can take the other outside base as well. So for me, and for a lot of teams, I think, that center base can be important because it does give you connection, but the two outside bases are going to give you map control. So it's going to be all about map control, and this game mode... there's going to be a lot of redeploying, a lot of backcapping, I like lane smash, but the main difference is, for me, I feel like that we haven't seen a lot of games, right? So we're still developing a little bit of a meta, as you say. But what really we're going to see is a lot of force control, a lot of like redeploy side, essentially out redeploying your opponents, out defending your opponents, making sure you can move around the map quicker than your opponents and control the areas that you need to control. And I think that's probably a lot of strategy from a lot of force commanders are going to be thinking about how we control the map and how we put it in our way. And lane smash doesn't necessarily have that aspect to it because you focus down one lane. You sure have area control, but you now got to think about map control. So it's about lane smash and scaling that up on a bigger scale.
One lane and now 48 people, which is twice as much as lane smash, and we're going to be calling back to that. We both played lane smash, and this format is very similar, being a 1v1 going down basically 3 lanes. So if you don't know what lane smash is, it's sort of like this, but just smaller amount of people and one lane, and you just roll down it, and whoever wins gets the most captures wins. Exactly. So very similar in practice to this. When do we look at the openers? I think with a minute left.
With a minute left, we can look at the.
Gotcha.
Well, no, we can't really because there's only a minute delay. So look, what we're going to do is show you a little bit about Nexus and the base times, and we'll come back. The map is 2.5 minutes away, so we'll be back in just 1 minute's time to see the opening of VKTZ v BWAE. And welcome back. We are moments away from the game start here. We have 45 seconds left to go. And we're seeing anvils dropping in already from... I don't know whose anvils they are. There's anvils going in on the center base. I don't even know who they belong to. Can you see a color on those, Anna?
I don't even see the anvils themselves. They're not spawning in.
Just a quick note about the score at the top of the screen there. That will update once the game starts. It is using a Honu tracker. Thank you, Verunda, for all the effort put in to make this available. Thanks to everybody from PSB who has made this possible for you guys to be watching today at home. We are moments out, 15 seconds. I don't even know who they belong to.
These are VKTZ anvils. That is one hell of a strat right there. Oh my goodness. So they have pre-placed anvils on the middle base.
We're going to watch VKTZ come out to see what they do with these anvils. 4 seconds till start here. See if any of them...
BWAE.
see any of them get caught out in this shield thing. Alright, here we go. We have match start. We're just waiting for that alert start tick to happen. Which has just happened now. There it goes. The alert start tick. It was a little bit delayed. That thing should refresh shortly.
We have a big airball coming from BWAE. I don't know what's going on with VKTZ.
Big airball, lots of sides. They're going to see lots of scythe v scythe combat here, which is going to be quite rare because it's going to be insane to see who's winning the air battle.
Oh my goodness, it's insane. Look at this.
What the heck is going on?
Vanu Sovereignty are definitely winning this one. Which team it is,
yep.
could not tell you.
The Vanu is definitely winning the air battle here. We've got lots of galaxies in the air. I think if you look closely, you can see they have little blue markers on. Blue team seems to be dominating the red team right now. So VKTZ actually have a big airball, and they seem to be taking out a lot of the enemy air. So a lot of the BWAE air on the red team. We've got a flips here straight away on our Aztec Satcom hub, which is the half tech plant, or the half plant as we like to call it now. So we've got a bit of a battle from both teams. Both teams seem to actually know the importance of this base here. We've also got a cap started on the Granite Head reactor with enemies in there too. Anna, do you want to go check out what the Granite Head reactor looks like?
Absolutely, I'll go take a look over here. It looks like Granite Head. Sorry, I'm a little rusty on these base names.
Center base.
Yep.
So we've got a 3v1 happening here.
Not much going on. Everyone's just kind of setting up. It looks like we've got just like very few people fighting each other. Looks like VKTZ is coming out on top here, though. I see Fragger's dead. I see another guy dead.
We've just had a drop on the top of the Arizatec Satcom hub. It looks like the blue team, so it looks like VKTZ has just dropped on the top there. You can see that little the blueness in their Vanu.
Yeah, you see Skullslayer 666. That's Saiyan in there, Liddy in there. That's Hefty Bandit. That's going to be a tough hold to break. Got some good maxes. VKTZ very good at leveraging cheese. They've done it. They do it a lot on live. They played Lane Smash before. They're not inexperienced in this format, and it looks like we're seeing a little bit of that experience help them out.
Air battle's still going strong up here. Looks like it's VKTZ that actually has the air dominance right now. They've got most of the sides in the air, just holding the air control over this Satcom hub. To just wait to flip it in their favor. Let's have a quick map check. And Granite Head Reactor still on a slow cap, but Bitter Gorge Garrison is yet to be flipped.
Yeah, Granite Head Reactor, we have a half squad of VKTZ here. A couple of Sky Guards were pulled and are sitting on top of, from those anvils that were on top of the Granite Head Reactor. That's a pretty decent strat, I'll say.
VKTZ is now flipping all 3 points on the Aztec. That's a hard word to say. I'm just going to call it the Satcom hub. Looks like VKTZ is trying to flip all 3 points right now, but we also have some BWAE people in the area just trying to disrupt that, but it's just not to much avail at this point.
No one cares about Bitter Gorge except for Dubness. Dubness is alone at Bitter Gorge. He's sitting in a corner. He's waiting. I think
he's waiting to stagger the cap. That would be the smart thing to do.
This is going to be really interesting. That and the air battle that's still going on. This is insane.
We're now watching BWAE push in up to the bottom of the tech plant, flip the C point back into BWAE's favor, but they have maxes on VKTZ has maxes sitting on dragons waiting to go, waiting to shoot them.
For our Emerald players, dragons is what people will call grinders, or just stairs.
Stairs. Oh, do you have a different name on Emerald?
Yeah, we definitely do. Dragons is a little silly.
Okay, yep. Connery has a big meme meta for everything, so we call the cubbyhole in the underneath the stairs Harry Potter a lot.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, it seems like the tech plant is really where most of the action is right now, plus that air battle that is still going on, just long-range plinking with sides.
BWAE has made themselves up, and they are now flipping A point on Satcom hub. They've completely taken control of this. What's happening on the other bases right now? Granite Head still got a fast cap on it now. I might go check out what's happening next. I feel like, oh look at
it's half a squad of VKTZ versus like 3 or 4 BWAE.
We've got VKTZ Galaxies. VKTZ Galaxies sitting on the roof waiting to actually go here at Satcom hub. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna leave the camera here. I'm gonna refresh the overlay, see if that actually works.
No worries. And this is good usage of these galaxies. I think these are some rep galaxies. Yeah, we've got rep gals here. That's very smart usage of the gals. Notice how all these gals are basically at full health. They're supporting their air bottle. They can make use of like respawning infantry and put them in there. That's a decent strat there from VKTZ. Not a lot of leverage though from BWAE on the ground.
All right, I've got the tags to show up, folks. We have the tags up there now.
Oh, let's go.
Welcome. I just refreshed the page. and then put
gotcha.
the tags in. All right, sweet. We have a slow cap happening. Well, half slow cap happening. We've got VKTZ in control of B point, BWAE in control of A and C on the SATCOM hub. We also have 2 minutes 26 on the Granite Head reactor. We're going to look at this base because this looks like it's got the most population in it and the most even fight right now. We're looking at a breach coming in, but there's a bit of a push coming back from BWAE, pushing back into the VKTZ infantry. That will keep all of their players up. Industry.
Yeah, the good old factory boys coming on.
Warrior Liddy goes down. So Liddy, that's your person you know on VKTZ. Tell me about Liddy.
Liddy destroyed. Liddy, one of the best LAs to ever do it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's okay. She'll get back up.
Say no more. Liddy will be redeployed into some more nanites and get back into the battle. We have a strong control of the SATCOM hub. A little bit of screen tearing on Nexus for me happening, I notice. It's okay, it's not unbearable. But we do have BWAE in control of this SATCOM hub, and VKTZ are just sitting in galaxies, and I'll quickly go out and show you what's happening up there. They're just sitting on the top in control of B point. I think they're just waiting for the opportunity to drop. Oh, here they go again. BWAE with another drop coming into the balcony of the SATCOM hub. Looks a little bit...
Okay.
Looks a little bit...
Maxes... Oh, no. Yeah.
BWAE's pushing in now. They've made the call. They're pushing into the top of the balcony, coming into the stairs. Main difference between this and a tech point is there's one single route, so it's got a funnel choke point. But VKTZ doing a great job at handling those BWAE. Resnade comes out from BWAE.
I want to point out the big difference here between that engagement. 3 maxes on VKTZ side and no maxes on BWAE side. That's a huge difference maker.
Orbital strike comes in. We have that color set to yellow, so we can see that that's an orbital strike. You can actually set this the color of orbital strikes. BWAE's going to re-prepare for this defense. They've got back on this choke point now. VKTZ sitting up on the top there, waiting for the opportunity to push. Interestingly enough, BWAE's all on that one southwest side. Alright, here comes VKTZ.
They're looking very C4able right now, if you know, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think VKTZ have this well in hand.
Here comes VKTZ with the push. They're going to push onto A point. There's 1 minute left to play. That's a good job for them. Granite Head Reactor goes to VKTZ as well because they got that on they got that slow cap through, so they must have pushed that through. I did miss what happened there.
They just had basically a half squad, and BWAE only had like 3 or 4 people. It looked like pushing on it, so it was kind of just. I'm not quite sure where BWAE's full platoon is. It's kind of. I think they're just getting stuck at this tech plant, to be honest.
It looks like they're getting stuck trying to take this back, but they've just moved down to C point now. VKTZ in control of C and A point. They have lost B control, however, so they've forgiven roof control VKTZ have forgiven roof control to BWAE. And they do now control the inside of the building, and that's probably all they need right now because they can just funnel BWAE through this little funnel point with their maxes that they've pulled.
Oh, look at the top floor, though. We got a lot of action going on there.
Top floor action happening. There's a bit of a breach happening on that single stairway coming into the top. There's a drop coming down. There's some air-to-ground action happening. It's all happening here today. Notice that Bitter Gorge is not being taken yet. It's just open. So, as I was saying earlier in that pre-game, the importance of getting this lower part of the map secured. And look at that. VKTZ will take the lower part of the map, so they do have control of it, but B point is now flipping back, so they will not be able to backcap. There is people in the hex ready for backcap, but they will need to secure B point before that happens.
I gotta say, this is a really strong showing from VKTZ so far. I did not expect them to come out this strong against BWAE and basically just clap them out. I mean, this is stifling, is what I would call it. In the air, everywhere. It doesn't seem like BWAE has just been able to get leverage anywhere.
B point looks like to be flipping back. Just going to check the Granite Head Reactor. Bitter Gorge has now been flipped. There's some points flipping here on the SATCOM hub, so I'm just going to check over on Granite Head Reactor to see what's happening over on this part of the map. Looks like we've got VKTZ actually are in control of C point here. BWAE dropping in a big way to come and resecure this Granite Head Reactor and flip that back, and they want to take this base.
Yeah, and they've got 30 seconds left. It looks like they're 20 seconds. They're going to take this base back. Now, remember, this is not lane smash. It does not go by captures. It goes by bases owned when the timer ends or a warp gate.
But here comes a gal drop. This looks like a VKTZ gal drop. Oh no, they're just gonna forgo that. They're going to go over it, and here comes the drop anyway. I don't know who that drop was. I couldn't see the color.
That's BWAE.
BWAE drops into
Another
reinforce.
squad.
Looks like VKTZ are in control of A point. We do have an even fight here right now. But it will go in the favor of BWAE. They will take this one. Take the Granite Head Reactor.
Tie score. This is a tie score. No one has capped Bitter Gorge. I think it's just started to flip now in favor of BWAE.
Yeah, but here comes a Gal drop from VKTZ. There's 2 VKTZ Galaxies flying in. I don't know if they're going to drop out. They are hovering around here. I'm not sure what they're planning to use these for. Are they dropping in beacons as well? Yeah, it looks like VKTZ is dropping in a big way right now with some beacons. They have some Galaxies in the area, and looks like these Galaxies are going to be providing fire support as well as dropping troops off into the battle.
Yeah, VKTZ, it looks like they're leveraging their air control very well here. This is exactly what you want to see. It's just these quick reactions. They kind of let Granite Head get away from them a little bit, but they're going to respond in force.
I glitched through the ground because of my lag that happened. I'm now in a spawn room. Love it.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, really, I mean, really good job from both teams. Like, this is good stuff. This is good Outfit Wars battle right here. You love to see it. And
so,
except at Bitter Gorge.
We're gonna see a bit of a flip back and forth between these 2 bases right now. So Granite Head Reactor has VKTZ in control of B point and C point, while BWAE hold onto A point. At this point, there's 81% NC pop in this hex. It looks like BWAE is preparing for another drop somewhere. I'm just trying to see out where that population. Oh, there's a fight going on at Nexus Secure Substation. There was a back cap happening in there, which looks like it's fizzled out now. This is the thing with Outfit Wars, is you can't capture every moment because you've got so many different things happening. So you look at the map right now. You've got Nexus Secure Substation with TR with the red team on it, and Granite Head Reactor with the NC team on it, and they're not engaging each other right now.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing right now is a little bit of a leadership diff. I think that BWAE have a lot more experience in these formats at every level, and it's allowing them after the opener to react a lot quicker than VKTZ are. You notice how quickly they went back and secured that back cap? We didn't even notice it.
All right.
And now
we've got people on Granite Head Reactor. We've got people on Bitter Gorge Garrison from BWAE as well. They are securing C point, so they're going to put that through as a fast cap. Meanwhile, VKTZ are going to be taking the Granite Head Reactor in 1 minute and 18 seconds unless BWAE does something about it. But I don't think BWAE wants that. I think taking these 2 outside bases is probably a better call in this case. It gives you sort of, you know, control around that one. So once that's secured, I think they can probably go back and take SATCOM. I see there is some enemies in that hex.
Let me go check it out. It looks like they got a squad and a half over here at SATCOM. And what I see happening right now is that we've kind of got like a little ring around the rosy going, where they take a base and they pivot to the other bases while VKTZ.
Here comes the VKTZ. Sorry to interrupt. Here comes the VKTZ Galaxies over the Bitter Gorge Garrison base. I'm not sure if they're going to drop anybody out here. They are just sitting above the point there. Oh, we have Skull Slayer dropping out.
Oh, the Michael Jordan of Planetside.
He hasn't seen the purple champion. Oh, he has. They're going to engage. He takes out the purple champion. Skill Slayer is going to go into the B point.
Unlucky. Unlucky. I'm going to do a little bit of Saiyan Cam right now.
So VKTZ have just got these Galaxies floating above Bitter Gorge Garrison at this point. Granite Head Reactors in contention by VKTZ. They're taking it. And SATCOM has now been flipped by BWAE.
BWAE dropping in heavy on Bitter Gorge. Tons and tons of people. Looks like we have two and a half squads here.
Yeah,
right now.
Looks like there's lots of drop pods coming in right now, and they're going to come in and try and wipe out what little resistance there is from VKTZ on here. It looks like only to be about a squad's worth of VKTZ on this base right now. You just look at that population, 63 to 33%.
Interesting thing to notice, BWAE have not leveraged their air control much at all. It's been mostly beacon drops. And there goes Bitter Gorge Garrison going through for BWAE. Good job.
Nice cap on BWAE. Really good map awareness from them and moving around. And it looks like
they have the back cap?
Back cap check. There's people in that hex there. I will just keep watching that map to see if that timer goes. But they are trying to deal with the remainder of the forces from VKTZ on C point up here. VKTZ notably will also holding B point. Actually, I lie. That's actually just been flipped. Nope, they are trying to flip it though. Looks like BWAE's dropped onto B point trying to flip it, so it looks like they are trying to set up that back cap. You'd expect nothing less from Dubnus.
And we have the purple champion. He's on the back cap, but I don't think... Is he going to flip it?
He can't flip it yet because they're still flipping B point here on Bitter Gorge Garrison. There's still a light bit of resistance from VKTZ holding on. but they will now be taken down.
Wait a minute.
Resnade goes out. Resnade goes out. BWAE reinforcements are taken out on B point. VKTZ will now flip that back and prevent that back cap from happening. That's a
really clutch play.
Actually, I lied. That back cap just went through in time.
No way.
That was just split second. BWAE was just a split second quicker than VKTZ in the situation, and now they're on Slate Canyon hold, which is only a 4-minute cap.
Would this be Dubnus going for the warp gate? We've seen this before. Community Smash followers, we have seen this before. Will he do it again? Will it work this time?
Well, put it this way, trying to take a 3-point base in the form of Satcom Hub is just not going to do anything. They might as well try to go around the other way at this point because it's quicker.
Yeah, and if they get Nexus secure and then they take Nexus Alpha, they can do that while cut off. They cut off the warp gate. I believe that's a win, because you've now warp gated the other faction.
Now this
not
is
100%.
This is the stage of the game we're going to see those LS tactics come out, where these buildings are a little bit more open, a little bit more susceptible to ADG, a little bit more susceptible to Bulldog harassers, and we're going to see probably a little bit of that sort of cheese strat coming in here. We have a bit of a setup from BWAE. They do have one turret on there. VKTZ has aircraft coming in, and they're air to grounding into the window. They're using force multipliers quite well at this point. There is still a massive air battle that's been going on for ages. I
haven't seen either faction win. I obviously can't really tell either, but it just seems like no one can conclusively take control of the air. But it seems like VKTZ is way better at leveraging it than...
This is just ludicrous. Like, look at this. Look at this. They're all just focusing them down. He's just trying to run away. He can't... And he gets taken out. This is just crazy up in the air right now. To be a pilot on these two teams would be just electric. Jeez.
Honestly, seems awful because you can't tell who's who.
In their case, they're going to have indicators. They're going to have reds and blues.
Oh, that's true.
Or the color of their squad that they're in. It's going to. Whereas we're only because we're the third faction here. We're the VS faction. So it's VS v VS being casted by VS. But we've actually, the way this works is one team gets assigned to the TR and one team gets assigned to the NC. If you notice the little blue icons here on the VKTZ players, that's how I can tell who's fighting who and who's winning. One team's got little red icons and one team's got little blue icons when they get hit. So just watch really closely.
I want to point out the map a little bit. We have caps going on at every single base right now. Satcom going in favor of BWAE. Granite Head going in favor of BWAE. Bitter Gorge going in favor of VKTZ with VKTZ overpop. Slate Canyon still going in favor
Slate Canyon
of BWAE.
Slate Cannon's just been collapsed on by VKTZ. They have secured that. We're going to go to a different fight that's a little bit more even. We're probably going to go down to Satcom to see what's happening over there, because that's going in favor of BWAE currently. They have A point, B point, C point is flipping in their favor. 29 seconds, and even less once that point flips over. And BWAE's going to be back in control of this. Well, they're going to be in control of this base for the first time this game. They have taken C point. 12 seconds left to go on this cap. Trading out with the VKTZ players. Looks like BWAE are going to just clutch this. 5 seconds to go. There is a Galaxy drop coming in right now on the two Galaxy drops.
Only one guy though. Where's all
the players? But
BWAE takes it.
Galaxy drop just not in time.
BWAE.
However,
excellent job.
That's absolutely insane play from BWAE. They're moving around the map, doing their thing. Forgo the Canyon hold to take down Satcom Hub. Very good big brain map strategy happening there. VKTZ just a little bit too slow on the drop, but they are going to take B point back. Unless the back cap's already happened. So they're trying to take B point gap, but it's flipped neutral because there's a back cap happening. Back cap's happening over at Hydroponics from BWAE. They're already there with the back cap.
They saved Bitter Gorge with a second left. This is insane map movement from BWAE. What is going on?
I didn't catch that. I've caught the back cap that's happening right now on Hydroponics compound. So at the same time as saving Bitter Gorge Garrison, BWAE has come in and back capped Hydroponics compound before VKTZ could drop on Satcom Hub with Galaxies. And here comes the Galaxies from VKTZ now. They've finally arrived here at Hydroponics compound. They've actually got about 20 seconds on this timer. And they've got about a squad's worth of people on here. And there's no one in these Galaxies. They're just flying around trying to bulldog people. Let's go back over to Granite Head Reactor, and BWAE has saved this in a very big way. They've put a lot of pop on here to make sure that they don't lose this. B point is still in contention though. They do have VKTZ have a very loose hold on B point. It's not going to take much for them to actually shift that off right now. Oh, there comes a drop. Looks like VKTZ has dropped onto C point. They've flipped it over. They're in their control, so they've flipped it back now.
Good work from them. This
good work from VKTZ moving.
I'm looking at this hydroponics hold. This is BWAE's natural habitat right here. Although I don't see a really good setup here. There's no barriers.
There's no enemies really to contend with them there, right? Oh, there is now. There is now.
Not yet. Yeah, it's gonna get messy here for them because VKTZ does not want to lose this.
We've got an uneven pop split. So we have an uneven pop split across these two bases. So BWAE got 54-43, and then you're looking over at Hydroponics is like 54-43 as well. So it looks like the pop's evenly balanced across these two bases in an imbalanced way. But VKTZ are now back in control of BWAE Garrison, and that'll flip through for them in 16 seconds unless BWAE comes and answers the call and does something about it. We're just going to watch VKTZ with a pretty good clutch playback on here. There is a drop on C, that is flipping back, but that's not going to slow the timer down too much, as BWAE do need to make their way across this little elevated space, and they're susceptible to air-to-ground fire. 7 seconds, they just got to hold on, and they'll take this base. 1 second, and it goes through to VKTZ. They clutched it just in the nick of time right there. Granite Head Reactor has got an even fight happening on it right now. Let's have a look what's happening in there. We have a cap timer halfway through. BWAE's in control of A and B, and VKTZ's in control of C. Lightly, with just a couple of players by the looks of it again.
I understand what they're doing. I just don't think I agree with it. I don't think trading Bitter Gorge... They wanted to trade Bitter Gorge for Granite Head. I don't think it was the right move, personally.
We've got a VKTZ Liberator providing air support here over the top of Granite Head Reactor. So looks like whatever's happening out of the... Oh, I lie. Here comes a second air pool. Here's an air pool here from BWAE. They've pulled air out of their warp gate, and they're going to deal with this Liberator and all of these aircraft that are giving them a hassle. So
that's a really well-timed pull for BWAE.
It is. When you're a leader leading this thing, it's all about priorities. What actually needs to be done first. You can't look at this thing and go, I need to do all of this thing at the same time. No, you've got to think about what's causing us the most issues. The air. Okay, let's pull the air first, then let's worry about something else. It's all about setting up priorities. And we can see BWAE is prioritizing what they want to do really, really well here. Not to say VKTZ isn't, but VKTZ is a little bit slower on the priority rotations than BWAE at this point.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the like I said in the beginning, the individual squad leads and not, I wouldn't even say the FC, because at this level, like, you cannot control 4 squads on your own. It's very hard to do that. Your squad leaders have to make independent, like, pre-thought out decisions, and that's what you've seen BWAE doing. Is they're saying, even before the caps go through, they're saying, get there with a beacon 20 seconds before, and we get our whole squad there immediately. That's what they're banking on, and so far it's working. The whole fly around with gals deal that VKTZ are trying right now is just too slow to keep up with that.
Getting someone there with a Reaver and a beacon and just dumping everybody into that base is a lot quicker than flying around with the Galaxies, for sure. It's all about how fast you can move. I was saying at the beginning of the game, right, that it's who's going to be the quicker rotator and prioritizer in this game, and that's who's going to win this tournament.
100%. And I know I played against BWAE. I played with their players in Lane Smash. Those guys will eat shit to win. They will do whatever it takes. They will take every res. They will do every little... just take every C4 right in the face. It's honestly really impressive to watch them just eat it, just to win. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now, is they're just doing whatever it takes.
We have a back cap on Argent Pass from VKTZ. VKTZ is back cap in Argent Pass, which is the one of the connecting bases to their home Nexus warp gate. So to actually win the game, we need to take this Nexus Alpha or Nexus Omega or hold the most territory. So as it stands, 5 points to VKTZ. VKTZ are actually in the lead right now.
Absolutely. It looks like BWAE is fully committed to Granite Head Reactor, and they're not reacting to anything else. Very interesting to see.
So VKTZ is pretty much ghost capping Argent Pass. I'm expecting a drop here from BWAE at some point to actually deal with this, because they're just sitting here ghost cap. It's going to go through in a minute and 25 seconds. Granite Head Reactor's got an orbital strike going off. War assets being pulled out here today. But BWAE is in control, and they've got a 1 minute till this goes. VKTZ's in control of the A point, but that's not going to be enough to slow this base down right now. 51 seconds.
Interesting.
However, VKTZ don't care, because they've got Argent Pass going through as a ghost cap. Basically, there's no enemies there to actually contest them at this point.
I'm wondering what is Dubness thinking right now? What does he have up his sleeve? He has 20 minutes left. That's a lot of base trading you can do. And that's what we're seeing right now. They're just trading bases, trading spaces and all that. And I think he just wants to keep that up. I think they're going to go back to the powerhouse at Hydroponics compound, just dump everyone in there, and keep on going.
Argent Pass looking like it's getting some enemy pop in there. Looks like there's going to be a drop in now. There's some air coming in. There's a drop happen now.
Last minute save?
Last minute save from BWAE coming in here. Let's see if VKTZ can hold on to it. They're holding on to these servers. They've dealt with that first wave. They're holding on for their lives right now.
BWAE, where's the resonades? Where's the resonades?
No resonades out for BWAE. 19 seconds on the clock. Can VKTZ hold on here? Here comes an infiltrator. I don't know what's that's a BWAE infiltrator. Try to come and sneak it.
That's Dubness, and ironically, he's playing Bolter.
Yep, there he is. Looks like VKTZ in control of this. 3 seconds. That will go through in the favor of VKTZ, and they will take another point. However, Granite Heb Reactor has gone in favor of BWAE, so it is the scores remain the same, 5 and 4. So they just traded bases. So if VKTZ can hold on to this 5 and 4, they're going to win this game in 19 minutes.
The problem is that VKTZ are now landing on Nexus Alpha, and if they take that, that is a W for them.
VKTZ has landed on the Nexus Alpha. Oh my god, here they go. We've got 6 minutes, 7 minutes until this game's over, unless BWAE can come and answer the call here.
If you're BWAE or you're VKTZ, this is it. This is the base. If you lose this base, or alternatively you win this base, the game over, baby.
I'm just going to check out the hold that's happening on this base here for VKTZ. Here comes BWAE pushing in as a really nice infantry push, clearing out the point. They will stabilize that one. However, that has got to have got BWAE a little bit panicky.
Absolutely, and that's going to be tough. That now that VKTZ are here, they're going to get logistics up. It's going to be tough to root them out
VKTZ already do have logistics up. I saw a Sunderer just pop up on the map, so VKTZ actually have a Sunderer up, so they're going to be able to pull force multipliers in the form of maxes here to actually get themselves into this base.
Yeah, and what I haven't seen enough of from BWAE has been force multipliers. I think that's part of their strategy. They've been moving around so quickly, they haven't been able to pull. Look at the push here from VKTZ.
VKTZ coming out, incredible push. Look at this. Look at this go. They're going to come in here and they're going to clean up everything in this room from all of the angles, and that point's going to go straight back into the favor of VKTZ. And wow, look at that. It was an incredible push. Here comes a counter push now from BWAE. Not as strong in this case. They're trying to come in from different angles. There's just not enough of them here. There's just...
There really aren't. It's a 60-40 fight right now.
Where is BWAE?
I feel like they're stalling for time, and we've got a cap going now at Bitter Gorge Garrison.
Hydroponics compound is going through 3 minutes 21 seconds. Bitter Gorge Garrison is going. So I think what they're going to try and do is cut it off here, but that's not going to be enough time right now. Unless they get a full 3 cap on that Bitter Gorge, it's not going to be enough time at this point. Going to be interesting to see what happens here. Even if VKTZ take Nexus Alpha and they get cut off a Bitter Gorge, all they have to do is go back to Bitter Gorge and reconnect the territory, because it takes 7 minutes to capture Nexus back.
This is a Dubness Gambit. Again, I am not 100% on the format, but I believe no matter what, even if they're cut off, if they take this base and cut them off, it's over then.
VKTZ looking like a completely different team than they were at the beginning of this game right now. Moving in here, dominating absolutely everything on this powerhouse building. Holding their ground, keeping BWAE out, and edging that timer closer to victory. I'm just going to quickly check the map. Bitter Gorge has got 1 minute 42 left, so if they do flip that through, that will cut them off. And just in terms of the frags right now, we have 728 frags kills in to 490. So VKTZ have got 730. Look at the top of the screen there to 492 for BWAE.
Yeah, what a job from VKTZ. We're really seeing the fragging power that I was talking about earlier come to fruition. Like, look at this push into this powerhouse. It's just, you can't fight this.
I missed that push.
Look at the names.
Oh, Mag Rider comes out, does try and take out a couple of people. I'm going to go back into this powerhouse. This is where all the action is right now. Look at this push from VKTZ. Pushing straight into the back. They are losing lots of players right now. Good hold coming in here from BWAE. Looks like they're finally gaining their composure back, and they're pushing themselves onto point. Absolutely incredible push from BWAE just then. They come in from all of the angles and collapse them. Incredible push by BWAE. BWAE are back in this game.
The old pincer maneuver. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a fight from them both. I mean, this is fantastic.
This is some planetside right here.
And a little bit of an air battle coming in. BWAE with a sneaky little air pole are going to kill the galaxies, and I think all the air as well. Good shit.
So BWAE's Gambit paid off because Bitter Gorge Garrison's actually still going through, so VKTZ is going to have to get their forces back there quickly to flip those points, but I don't think they're going to have trouble doing that since they own the base.
If BKTZ can redeploy, I'm sorry, BKTZ, oh my god. If BWAE can redeploy quick enough to get to those 2 bases that they have timers on, it's going to be a tough time for VKTZ. Even just Bitter Gorge.
Still a Sunderer from here on the top from BWAE. They've deployed a Sunderer on the roof of this building. So one thing to note about Nexus is the only base that doesn't have, that has a no deploy zone is the tech plant type building. It's the only base on this map that has no deploy zones. So you can deploy a bus anywhere.
Interesting.
You can anvil a bus on top of anything and deploy it. So if we look here right now, Bitter Gorge Garrison, VKTZ has taken control back of 2 points, A and C, but it looks like they're going to go back in control now. I got here a little bit too late. BWAE are going to come and try and push this base through to get it back from them, to deny that cap on Nexus Alpha, because as soon as they take Nexus Alpha, that's game over for BWAE.
We've got beacons in from BWAE, though. We've got people dropping down. It looks like it's going to be a brawl here on A point.
We've got a shipping container brawl going on happening. BWAE coming in. Resnade's coming out for BWAE. Looks like it's an absolutely clutch Resnade and to take control of the A point. Here comes a galaxy.
Two
galaxies from VKTZ. Are they going to drop anyone? There's a few drops coming in.
People?
What's...
What the people?
Take a note down. Why are they only dropping 3 people out? Are they just getting 1 person with a beacon and something?
I think that's where we're going to get into a little bit of the chemistry here, the disorganization, I think, or lack thereof. But it doesn't matter because the squad comes in from the main spawn and absolutely destroys this whole
squad comes out, just decimates there wasn't many people on that point, and VKTZ have a lot more population on this base right now. So whatever they're doing with those galaxies, it's working. Whether it's actually just coming in so they can get a beacon down to avoid the overpop spawn timers or something, I don't know. But there is some air. The air is going to be... So the VKTZ air is doing a really pretty good job at actually protecting these galaxies. We've got a Mag Rider roaming around with a Ranger on the top, or a Walker on the top. I can't quite see from here. Doing some damage.
While we're over here, do you know what BWAE's doing? They're at Hydroponics Compound. They have 35 seconds left on this cap. And they're also capping Argent Pass with no resistance so far.
Looks like the whole team from VKTZ is on this Bitter Gorge Garrison base right now, throwing everything they've got at it, which they need to do to actually keep that cap going, because they are in the lead right now.
This is a big brain move from Dubness. I cannot believe this. If this works out and they take these 2 bases off of this, it's going to be insane. Oh, I was incorrect on the timer on Hydroponics. That's my bad. I think it displayed incorrectly in my map.
So we've got BWAE in control of C point in the distance over there. VKTZ holding down the A and B point on the opposite side. There is some PPAs coming in. Looks like from the side of BWAE doing some PPA action on the top of this B point. To not huge avail, because it does have quite good cover being a triple stack. So we do have this base going in control, back in favor of VKTZ. Argent Pass is still very much uncontested. Hydroponics is going through. Let's go check out what's happening over at that base.
Another full squad as well dropped on Bitter Gorge just now.
Another full squad.
Yep. BWAE, sorry.
Another full squad of BWAE. Very good. So they're going to probably take that one back. And BWAE at the same time is now preparing a capture onto Hydroponics Compound. So this is what I was saying earlier. It's about out-prioritizing your opponent. So it's like, if you're VKTZ right now, you're all in on Bitter Gorge Garrison, right? But you've got to make that decision. Do you want to stay here, or do you want to defend your home base?
How much time do you want to let BWAE get onto these bases? Because we still have 12 minutes left. You don't want to leave time on these points. You want to snuff these out as soon as you can. And
I think you'll find, like, prioritizing the defense is going to pay off in this sort of format, rather than prioritizing that offense. You want to prioritize the defense and grab them on that counter assault. So VKTZ looks like they're still committing half to this base. They're going to go in here and try and take all 3 points. Meanwhile, they're losing Hydroponics Compound. There is a fight happening over there right now. A little bit of an imbalance in pop. Let's go have a look what is happening. There's I was just gonna swear then, but there's a family-friendly stream, so it's a metric crapload of air happening.
We can't swear?
I don't know. I just feel like if we want to be family-friendly, we shouldn't.
That's fair. We can swear a little bit. I asked.
Okay, that's good. I like to keep it nice and professional and tasteful.
As a treat.
We might do it later. So 1 minute 42 on this base here on Hydroponics Compound. Bitter Gorge Garrison is going to be back in control of VKTZ. I'm getting mixed up at the moment. Getting back in control of VKTZ, and it looks like they're probably going to try prioritize the defense on Hydroponics Compound. Now here come the drop from VKTZ. Let's see what their infantry can do here. Interesting addition here. On door 3, there's a little bit of a tree happening between door 3 and door 2 on this powerhouse.
Yeah, we don't see any. I don't see a lot of utility use from BWAE. No C4 coming out.
Incredible push from VKTZ. Look at the crossfire. Incredible push coming in from VKTZ, pushing them right up to the point. There is one max coming in from the other side as well, and they're just going to collapse on that one. BWAE is going to respond with some forces coming in from the top there. They're going to push them. Oh, look at that! But VKTZ is pushing up short stairway. They're going to come into the double back at the back of the building and just completely wipe everything out.
And the gambit goes. And it looks like the cap is stalled at Argent Pass and Bitter Gorge. Bitter Gorge actually might go through. A minute left on there.
Bitter Gorge Garrison is a minute left if...
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a minute left for... It's
a minute left it's a minute left for VKTZ to defend it. However, that still means there's a little bit of time on that clock for BWAE to do something if they wish to. I don't know what the plan is going to be here right now. It's 9 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Here comes those VKTZ galaxies again, just roaming around the map. Air battle has died down, finally.
If you look at the map, if BWAE take Argent Pass, and then they hold every other base, they win. Yeah. They flip it to 5-4 and they win.
Yep. So BWAE just need. It's about base living here. They just need They just need to take one base here off of VKTZ. And here comes an orbital strike.
The orbitals. 1 minute left for BWAE. The gals are coming in for VKTZ. We got two gals. Their air has full control.
VKTZ are gonna just take out any maxes in there and severely damage any people and kill all the beacons on that point before they drop. And here comes a red team orbital. Oh,
a little preemptive on that.
They dropped.
Waited 10 seconds.
They dropped. No, that was good. They dropped, and a bunch of dead people dropped out of the galaxy because I think the OS hit it or something. I don't know what happened there. But VKTZ's drop was interrupted by that orbital strike somehow, and they got a bunch of dead people dropped down. That was
25 seconds on this hold. I don't see a huge response from VKTZ. Oh, here comes VKTZ.
Here comes VKTZ. Not enough people here. Incredible hold from BWAE. Can they hold on? Look at them go. They're taking out people as they come in 1 at a time. 15 seconds left on this. 10 seconds almost left on this cap. VKTZ are trying their best to get into this point right now.
5 more seconds.
5 seconds on this cap. BWAE holding on really strong here. They're holding onto this stairway. They've got flanks coming in from both sides. Resonates coming out from VKTZ, but it's not going to be enough. BWAE will take the base.
That is fantastic, and now it is 5-4 BWAE. Still time left on other points. Good job from them. That was a masterclass in FCing. Pay attention to that.
Now take notes, anybody who's leading this. That was incredible use of moving that population around, finding that priority, and VKTZ were just not there in time. And the defense on that drop from BWAE, that was ludicrous. I don't know how they did it, but 6 dead guys dropped out of the galaxy. I don't know how. I didn't see what happened, but if anyone knows...
I think the orbital strike just killed him in the air or something like that. Some weird stuff.
Now, what's going to be the next move here? It's going to be to hold on to this territory, but maybe BWAE want to try and secure this victory by hammering the nail in the coffin, by going somewhere. I'm looking at the map. I don't see much population right now. Granite Head Reactor's got a little bit on it.
It looks like they went for the back cap at Hydroponics and Gorge, which is the right move because it secures Granite Head, but I don't think they got it in time.
Is there a double back cap happening right now from BWAE? Or is it just the one?
It's they just flipped on Bitter Gorge, and they're not going to flip on Hydroponics. So Bitter Gorge looks like it's going to be the play, and probably Reactor as well. Oh no, BWAE have cleared Reactor. They're good.
Bitter Gorge is the better play to actually ensure this victory because they're not going to get the warp gate. There's not enough time for them to warp gate them here. Bitter Gorge has only got a 2-minute 20 fast timer on it.
But look at Satcom. Look at Satcom.
Satcom hub. Oh my god, Satcom's going to go through just before. So we've got BWAE all in on Bitter Gorge, and we've got VKTZ all in on Satcom hub. It's going to be a race against the clock to who can slow these points down right now. Bitter Gorge has just been slowed down by VKTZ by the looks of things. They've just dropped in there and slowed that timer down. So that's going to give them the fast cap advantage on Satcom hub. That's going to give them even more time here. So at this point, if VKTZ can take this base, they're going to need to take another one to actually do anything here. Else it's actually going to be 5-5, right? It'll be a draw, and it will come down to the points.
If it stays if they take Satcom and BWAE takes Bitter Gorge, it will be 5-4 still.
Oh, 5-4, no, that's right.
They will have just swapped a base. If one fails, like let's say BWAE fails, it will be a draw.
And then it will come down to the points at the top there.
Correct.
Let me just make this overlay a little bit smaller for you so you can actually see the points happening. If I move it up here, make it a little bit smaller, you can actually see the points.
We've got anvils coming in on Bitter Gorge. It looks like BWAE is just going to go all in on Bitter Gorge. You'd like to see them at least try to stall Satcom, because if that cap goes through... Ooh, no, never mind. The air on BWAE is all over Satcom, and they're killing logistics. This is smart here, but they need to leverage that into something quick.
I've made it so you guys can see the scores. Sorry about that. I didn't set that for the beginning. I didn't take it, but that should actually look good-ish now. I'll fix it for the next game so it's a little bit less jank, but what's happening? What's happening, Anna? Just keep...
Satcom is going to go through, and Bitter Gorge, it's going to come down to Bitter Gorge. Bitter Gorge is going to decide Satcom, unless Nexus secure. I don't know how long of a cap that is.
There is a drop. There is a drop on the top of Satcom. Looks like BWAE's dropped on Satcom, trying to take B point. Incredible hold from VKTZ, holding onto B point. They haven't slowed it down. So it's all going to come down to it's coming down to Bitter Gorge Garrison right now. So it's 5-4. 4 minutes left, and the points have flipped back in favor of VKTZ. They will win this game if they can hold on to Bitter Gorge Garrison. They will win this game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was wrong at math. Yeah, so if you're BWAE, it's all in. This is going to be a 48v48. Unless Nexus Secure is 3 minutes 57, they could feasibly do that, but I would just go all in on Bitter Gorge if you're VKTZ and BWAE.
Now here comes this is BWAE moving up now. No blue markers on them. I'm just having a bit of issues again with my OBS cam. Okay, we're back to the action. Here comes BWAE moving up to try and take the A point, but they're being mowed down by 3 players sitting on that crate. They will push through though because they just have the sheer numbers.
This is going to be tough on BWAE. These environments, this open point, it really does favor the crazy shooting fragging power on VKTZ right now.
The fate of these two teams' future tournament rests on this base right now.
All points in BWAE's favor, by
however,
the way, 35 seconds.
However, Hydroponics Compound has a back cap on it. We have BWAE back capping Hydroponics Compound as well as trying to take Bitter Gorge Garrison. I'm gonna go check out the back cap. That's where the most action's happening. Nope, I disagree. There's no action happening here. I lied. There's a little bit of action happening on the back of the base here. A little bit of back and forward. They are now spawning in. VKTZ coming to the response of Hydroponics Compound. Bitter Gorge Garrison looks like that's going to go through. That's going to go through to BWAE, and that's going to flip back. The points are going to flip back 5-4, BWAE's favor. Oh no, here we go. Here comes. It looks like a flanks happened on the powerhouse on the Hydroponics Compound. And it looks like BWAE are just holding on, but that was very sketchy. It looks like an infiltrator went in the back on a flank to try and grab that base. BWAE trying to do what they can to hold on to this last few seconds of the game. Bitter Gorge Garrison, I said that was going to go through, but that's been stalled.
It's coming. It's back and forth on these points right now. A point just got flipped back. 38 seconds on the cap with 2 points for BWAE.
That's been stalled. C point is flipping back in favor of VKTZ.
13 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. BWAE's now flipped C point. That's going to go through.
No way.
No way, BWAE.
Orbital.
BWAE comes in with the orbital. That's got to hurt as well. Hydroponics Compound.
What a cap. It went through. What a cap for BWAE. That's insane.
2 minutes left in the match. There's no time to take this base back. That is the score, ladies and gentlemen. Unless they can get in Hydroponics Compound and make the gap even bigger. That'll be it for this game, I think.
Oh my goodness. What a cap from BWAE that one was.
Incredible movement of the forces. And just look at the frag differential.
Oh, and we see GG's coming out in chat. And that's what I'm talking about. When I said they will eat shit, I mean they will eat shit. They don't care about killing you. They just want to win. If they have to throw all their resumes to do it, they'll fucking do it. Really impressive moves all around there. VKTZ, great job. But wow, BWAE, what? I mean, it felt like they were leading VKTZ around the map.
I generally didn't know who was going to win that though, because VKTZ in that mid part of that game, VKTZ were looking so strong. The infantry pushes, they were so good. But BWAE just doing that little bit better, I think, on the gelling as a team. You know, like BWAE's played together with all those players for longer than this VKTZ team has. VKTZ has, let's say, got a lot of new players in for the season that maybe haven't necessarily played with the team. That's correct, Anna, right?
Sorry, say that again. I was typing in chat.
VKTZ has got a lot of new players in for the season, which means they're not quite as gelled as this BWAE team.
Correct.
And that really showed in this last minutes of the game.
That was the big thing we wanted to see BWAE has incredible sustain, incredible coordination. They've played together a lot of time. Dubness is a drill master. He's very good at what he does. And as far as VKTZ, the big question was like, okay, can all this talent gel together? Can it you know, sustain? Can it move around as fast as BWAE? Can they sustain it fights the same way? You know, and the answer was, at this point, pretty toe-to-toe, I'll say. It took some real heroics from BWAE to root these guys out and win. GG's coming out in the chat. Really good stuff. Good sportsmanship from both teams, I'll say.
There's still a bunch of air hammer, air to ground stuff happening right now.
Oh, well, of course.
I'm just at this nice angle of this last base. And can I say, Nexus looking absolutely incredible, putting on an incredible show for us for the first round of this Emerald game. BWAE v VKTZ, congratulations to BWAE for the victory. They win 5 points to 4. Very close game. BWAE is victorious. And what an incredible game we had today. If team captains want to come in and talk to us for an interview, please do make yourself available. We will get you in here for that. I wonder if we have to drag them or if there's no password. We'll find out.
There is a password. Varunda is here though, so he can drag them for us. I will send them a message right now. Really?
I've tried to kind of.
The comms cut out. Sorry, guys.
Zenful, I guess.
Can you ask that question again? I didn't have the comm channel set up on my other screen.
Sorry.
Jank,
so
welcome to this Jank production.
NA Productions, I love it.
NA Productions. Dumbness, how was it at the end of that match? I bet it was very stressful. Maybe a little bit yelling.
Nah, like for me, the only I yelled I think twice. That was to get everyone to Granite Head and for the last base to win it. And then when we won, I've tried to improve on my emotional control.
We are on the chill Dumbness arc. You love to see it. This is fantastic. I'll ask another was this the strategy with VKTZ? Was to kind of what it looked like to me was that it was very much BWAE acting a lot and for the most part VKTZ reacting. And we do have sound now, right?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. And was VKTZ reacting and BWAE acting? And it seems like with the splitting the time on those 2 points to get the Granite Head cap through, or I'm sorry, not the Granite Head, the last cap. I forget the fucking base name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the last base.
It seems like that was kind of the deal. Was like get some time on this point while we distract them elsewhere, and then go all in on this point to win. Was that premeditated at all?
Yeah, so the intent is always, I think, just like Lane Smash, right, is to take the initiative and keep it. And I think we did that. Like, if it came to, like, just a straight up, like, infantry, but 48 versus 48, infantry and air only, on the same lane, it might have been a different, it probably could have been a pretty different story. Because, you know, they brought a really talented roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that made it a really fun match, and you know, thankfully Nexus it has all these kind of lanes and you can do map play. It's a small amount of map play, but you can do it.
It is there.
And when you know, as long as you don't just kind of go for the warp gate straight away, like in community smash, you'll be okay.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I did reference that on stream. I know you both have teams to be, so I'm going to try to make this a little quick because I know I'm sure everyone has to debrief on what's going down. Lots of VOD watching to do. So thank you for that, Dumbness. Apollo, PS2 famous PlanetSide 2 streamer. Subscribe to him, by the way. How's it going, bud?
Good. I mean, we had a fantastic match. It was so much fun to get to play BWAE week 1. Usually, you know, most teams have to wait to get somebody of that caliber. So we were just really happy to partake. Obviously, we have some work to do as in regards to kind of the base timers, getting used to moving forces around the map on those really quick 2-minute 20 seconds and 3-minute 20-second caps. So I think that's kind of what we struggled with in this first round, but we're happy to move on to next week and hopefully do a little bit better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I just say, like, you guys played very well. Really put the sweat on to make them put, and you guys pushed us. So, you know,
hopefully you see in the VOD. I was so excited. It was incredible. So hopefully that builds the hype for you. You had a lot of viewers today. There was over 500 people watching the stream today. Shout out to everybody who came out to watch. Apollo, would you like to say anything to Dubness where he has to go?
Yeah, I mean, fantastic job. I know you guys were playing a little underhanded, so props to you all, and fantastic way to take back momentum and finish the job.
Yeah, and I didn't even have to ask you any questions. Thank you, Paula. No, awesome. I think we'll wrap it up there. Just short and sweet. There's lots more matches. Trust me, there's going to be
lots more matches today. We've got Best of Connery later. That's happening in a couple of hours. Connery's going to be up. Going to be casting again later as well. If you want to catch me there, that'll be at 8 o'clock PST. Thanks guys for coming.
No, thank you, GG's, and I look forward to watching the VOD. Thank you.
Yep, no worries. Thank you, Dubness. And from
have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. From me and Anna here, thank you guys. Thank you for being my co-caster, Anna. We're going to call it here. You can find me probably on Twitch somewhere or Casting Outfit Wars. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Stay hype, guys.